Howdy folks, and welcome to the Hillbilly Kitchen. Today we're going to be making an easy lemon cream pie that is perfect for the 4th of July or any summer get-together. Okay, to make the basic pie, you're going to need about 3 lemons. You want to squeeze them and zest them, and I've already got that done. You need half a cup of lemon juice, and you're going to put about a tablespoon or 2 of lemon zest in it. Now the lemon zest is important because it has the lemon oil in it, which has the scent, and we taste with our nose and with our tongues. So if it smells more like lemon, it's going to taste more like lemon, but the zest is also loaded with flavor. And you need a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. You do want to make sure you do sweetened condensed milk because your pie won't get thick without it, and this is the only thing that sweetens this pie. And you need 8 ounces of cream cheese. Sit it out of the fridge and let it get soft. And I'm using a vanilla wafer pie crust. You can use any no-bake pie crust you want, graham cracker. You could even make a crust out of some little lemon cookies if you wanted to. And because I'm decorating this for the 4th of July, I have some blueberries and raspberries, and I have some stabilized whipped cream here. You don't have to have any of this. This is just to decorate it, and you could use it for July 4th, for Independence Day, for Veterans Day, or anytime you're doing something with a patriotic theme. The raspberries do go really, really good with the lemon. You could also use strawberries with this to decorate it for a patriotic holiday because they're red. But let's get our pie made. Like I said, this is easy. It really only has 3 ingredients. And you just put it all in your mixer. Oops. I'm just going to do a good heaping tablespoon of this lemon zest here. That's plenty. A stand mixer does work best for this, or at least a hand mixer with the little whisk beaters on it. I tried one with my hand mixer, and I do not have the whisk beaters for my hand mixer, and it didn't cream it real well. So you definitely want whisk beaters if you have them for this, whether you're using a stand mixer or a hand mixer. Okay, get as much of that out of there as you can. Hang on to your spatula, you're going to need it. You're going to want to scrape your bowl a couple of times when you make this because the cream cheese and the milk are going to try to stick to the sides of the bowl. And then when you dump your pie out in your pie shell, you'll have lumps in it if you don't do this. Okay, scrape it one more time at least. We'll see what it looks like after we mix it again. Okay, that looks pretty good. You do want to beat it until it's really creamy, but you can see here on my mixer, on the whisk, how I've still got a few little lumps. Well, you're not going to get it perfectly smooth because it has that lemon zest in there, and there's also some lemon pulp in it where you squeeze the lemons, so it's not going to be perfectly smooth no matter how long you beat it. But you do want to beat it until you have all those cream cheese lumps mixed in good. and you've got the milk mixed good with the cream cheese. You don't want to have any of that left slung up the sides of your bowl or anything like that. Okay, just dump it in your pie shell. And like I said, you can choose any pie shell you want. You can make it yourself, or you can get one ready-made if you're in a big hurry. I do recommend fresh squeezing the lemons though, because that's the only way you're going to get that zest. Okay, now to set this pie up, you can either put it in the freezer for about half an hour if you're in a hurry to get it made, or you can put it in the refrigerator overnight, at least 3 or 4 hours. Because it is a little bit runny now, you're not going to be able to scoop it out of your pie pan like this. But once it's in the fridge for a few hours, or in the freezer for just half an hour, that cream cheese and the condensed milk will thicken up, and you'll be able to slice it and decorate it. Now, I did this one last night, and I just put it in the refrigerator overnight, and you can see it's thick, not going anywhere. You do not have to put anything else on this pie, not even whipped cream. It is absolutely perfect just like this. You can add just some fresh whipped cream to it if you want, and serve it like that if you're just doing it for an everyday cookout or a quick summer dessert. Or like I said, if you want to do something patriotic, some red and blueberries. Blueberries are about the only blueberry. You could use raspberries or strawberries. You could just do some dollops of whipped cream and then put the berries around it on each slice. You could arrange them in a star pattern. Literally anything you want. I don't know how much luck you would have making individual little stars on each piece because the berries are too big. But it's pretty easy to do a star. Okay, the stars on the flag have 5 points, and a 5-pointed star is usually the easiest to make. And the blueberries are the easiest to start your pattern with. A lot of times when I'm decorating a dessert, I'll take a toothpick and I'll draw my pattern on my dessert before I start doing it. And that makes it easier too, and I really should have done that this time. But because we're using berries, we can move them around a little bit and fix mistakes. Now, if you're decorating this pie with berries, you don't want to do it ahead of time, because the sugar in the pie will cause the berries, the juice in the berries to come out, and they will run and bleed on your pie. So save the decorating until right before you're going to serve it. And if you're decorating it with berries and whipped cream and stuff, you definitely want to use stabilized whipped cream, and it will hold its shape and it won't get watery. You can also use the cans of like Ready Whip or something, again, if you're in a hurry. But keep in mind, if you're serving this outside, this is milk, and you don't want to leave it sitting outside for too long. Make everybody sick, because it will continue to look fine even after the heat gets to it, and it's no longer safe to eat. My goodness, my star is not taking shape. Should have done the toothpick trick. You know, while you're celebrating this 4th of July, at least remember what the holiday's name really is. 4th of July is Independence Day. In 1776, our founding fathers got together and signed the Declaration of Independence, declaring our independence from Great Britain because of atrocities that the king was committing against the colonists. So it kind of drives me crazy when people say call Independence Day the 4th of July, it's more than just the 4th of July. It truly is our country's birthday. And for nearly 250 years, we have existed as an independent nation that was founded based on the concept that all men are created equal and endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, among which are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Now, our founding fathers pledged their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor to achieving our independence. And as we are coming into another election year in this country, and the campaigning has already started, I see very few candidates with any honor at all. And I certainly see a lot of candidates who are not giving their fortunes for the sake of our country's independence and our rights. But I see a lot of candidates who are gaining fortunes off of our efforts. They're elected into office with a nearly zero self-worth, I guess is what you call it. Their financial worth is next to nothing. They get paid $150,000 a year, and in just a couple of years, they're living in multi-million-dollar mansions. Now, the way I handle money, that just is not possible, and I don't see how it's possible for anybody else either. So as we go into this next election year, I want you to definitely vote to preserve your freedom. But more than that, I want you to look at those candidates who are looking for divine providence, who are seeking God's guidance and intervention. And you seek God's guidance as you select a candidate when you go vote in this next election, or all the candidates. I mean, not only is our president up for re-election, but we have several members of Congress that are going to be up for re-election. And even in our state and local governments, it is important that we have people in who have honor, and we have people in who are seeking God, not seeking their own fortunes. And with that being said, please, please celebrate Independence Day this year, not just the 4th of July. Remember the sacrifices that were made for our country so that we could have our God-given rights. Anyway, this is what the pie looks like decorated. And like I said, I should have used the toothpick trick to get my star a little bit straighter, but it still looks like a star. It's very red, white, blue, and very patriotic. So I hope you give this a try on the 4th of July, or like I said, anytime you're getting together. It is super easy, it is really good, and there just is nothing better on a hot day than a big slice of lemon pie. Thanks for joining us in the Hillbilly Kitchen. Don't forget to click like and subscribe before you leave. And until next time, remember to put God first.